Hola, me llamo Kevin. Soy de Clifton, la Universidad William Patterson. I have the sheet, el papel for prueba, my prueba test. Spanish numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and that's all one word. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 33, 6, 37, 38, 39, etc. to 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and then 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 20,000, or not 20,000, 20,000, etc. And then you have millones, 2 millones, 1,millones, 2 millones, but not 100, 1,000,000, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 2 million, 3 million, billion, 3 trillion. So 1980 would be 1000, 900, 80. So that would be 1980. How about 1605? That would be 1000, 600 You put the E between the tens and ones, but other than that, you don't put it in. So tens and ones. So 1615 would be 1600, 15 would be 1615. So that's Spanish numbers. Next is days of the week. ¿Qué día es hoy? Hoy es jueves. So what day is today? Today is Thursday. Sábado, domingo, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes. La semana is the week. El horario is the schedule, like your school clase horario. Horario is schedule, class schedule. And that would be the days of the week. But then you could do hoy es jueves, ayer fue miércoles, mañana es viernes. So today is Thursday, yesterday was Wednesday, tomorrow is Friday, or will be Friday. And that's the days of the week. Question formation is pretty straightforward. Ustedes estudian la cafeteria. Do you study, or you study in the cafeteria? It's just a statement. Now turn the statement into a question. You just switch the verb in ustedes. So it would be it would be estudian ustedes la cafeteria. So instead of the statement with ustedes estudian la cafeteria, you just switched it to estudian ustedes la cafeteria for a question. Or you could say, for a question, you could do Kevin studies in the cafeteria, or Kevin studies in the cafeteria. So you could do, or Kevin studies in the cafeteria. You could do, okay, so Kevin studies in the cafeteria. So that was formal. You could do it this way as well. You could do Kevin estudia with an A, estudia la cafeteria. So you could say Kevin studies in the cafeteria. So to turn that into a question, you just go like this, as with the statement. Estudia, or no, that, okay, so Kevin estudia la cafeteria. So to turn it into a question would be estudia la cafeteria Kevin. So you put Kevin at the end with the verb in the beginning, and that would be Kevin studies in the cafeteria. Kevin studies in the cafeteria 2 would be PM in the afternoon would be Kevin estudia la cafeteria a las 2 de la tarde. Is specific time is day, whereas if it wasn't time, it would be por la mañana or en la mañana. So so that would be de la mañana. So turn that into a question with the time at the end would be estudia with an A. Estudia la cafeteria a las 2 de la tarde. Kevin. So does Kevin study in the cafeteria at 2:00 p.m. in the afternoon? And then you have to inflect your voice where you say it with it going up at the end. So estudia cafeteria Kevin, or la cafeteria Kevin. Estudia la cafeteria Kevin is inflecting the voice. So that's question formation. Gender of nouns, pretty straightforward, though there are some tricks to it. You have gender of nouns. So el sofa, and it's starting to rain, so I have to go inside. Actually, let's just go sit right here. So gender of nouns, el sofa is one. El sofa is the sofa. It ends with an A, but it's masculine. Sion or dad is usually feminine. A masculine ends with S, or like MAPA, PA, or MA, el programa. Sion and dad. La lesión is feminine. Las lesiones is plural, the lessons. You have exceptions for Sion, el scorpion, el serampion, el avion. Those are exceptions to the ion. La agua is not la agua, it's el agua es fría. You can say it like that as our class example. El hacha, it just sounds better rather than say la agua, la hacha, el hacha. El hambre, hunger, el hambre, rather than la hambre. La águila is the eagle. Instead of saying la, you say el águila. It's more clear. So el agua es fría instead of el frío, fría. You have el hombre, los hombres, la mujer, las mujeres, el chicos, El Chico, Los Chicos, La Chica, Las Chicas. You have, so that's kind of gender of nouns. Maybe some other, what's another trick one? That would be El Mono, but that's not a trick. So it just follows the plural is las, plural los. La palabra is the word. La palabras is words. La maleta, suitcase. El cuaderno, notebook. El país, the country. El reloj, clock, the clock. La mesa, the desk. La escuela, the school. Los escuelos, or no, la escuela, las escuelas. So yeah, so that's gender of nouns. Regular AR verbs in the present. Now there's a whole bunch of them. Caminar is, bailar is to dance. Buscar is to look. Caminar is to walk. Cenar is dinner. Caminar is to walk. Cenar is dinner. Cenar is dinner. Caminar. The C's, there's so many of them. Cantar is to sing. Cenar is dinner. Escuchar is to listen. Enseñar is to teach. Llegar is to arrive. Viajar is to travel. Llevar is to carry. Escuchar. Estudiar is to study. Viajar is to travel. Let's see, there's more. Viajar, llegar. Oh, llegar is to arrive. Dibujar is to draw. Practicar is to practice. Contestar, preguntar. Contestar is to, conversar is to question. Contestar is conversar is to converse. Contestar is to contest. Conversar. Desear is to desire, to wish. Deseo el autobús. So yeah, so with regular AR verbs, you have the AR at the end, and then the actual word. And the regular, not irregular, like a star. So regular means for AR, for these verbs, it's going to be, it goes, let's do cantar. So cantar is AR, so canto, cantas, canta. So yo canto, tú cantas, eo, eas, usted, or no, not eos with the S, eo, ea, he, she, just he, she, singular, usted, cantan, or no, not cantan, canta. So it's cantar, so we're doing, so canta, so A, and then nosotros cantamos, vosotros cantáis, and the last one, eos, eas, and ustedes, plural, cantan. So that's AR verb. So deseo. So if you use two verbs together, deseo, escuchar. So deseo, yo deseo. So deseo, escuchar. You have to retain the AR for the second verb. Escuchar. I desire to listen to la música, to the music, or to el profesor de todo en the professor de todos clase. So that's AR verbs. AR verbs, yeah. Deseo, to put the two verbs together. Oh, you could do no deseo. Say me, emphasize. Yeah, so AR. So let's use examples. Caminar, to walk. So okay, so caminas I'll ask you a question. Caminas la cafeteria? Would you like to walk to the cafeteria? So that's to ask a question about walking to the cafeteria. How about viajar? Deseo viajar. So deseo, I like to travel to de España, to Spain. I like to travel to Spain. So deseo viajar de España. Is I like to travel to Spain. Cantar, bailar. So okay, so cantar. Cantas. Cantas. Okay, cantas. How about cantas? Cantas. Cantas. Canto. Cantas. Canta. Okay, so canta. He likes. Okay, so canta. So he likes to sing at the school. Canta la gustar is he likes. So we'll just do he sings at the school. Cantar. Okay, so canta la escuela. He sings at the school. But like is me gusta. And that would be just cantar. Okay, so that would be me gusta la cantar la escuela. Because if once we get to me gusta, that's what it would probably be. But we're still on number 5, cinco. So let's do no deseo. Oh, viajar. That was in the book. I don't like to travel. No deseo viajar. Llegar. Oh, llegar. Okay, so. Oh no, viajo. No, so I don't like to travel. Viajo. Viajo. I don't like to travel. Oh no, that was gustar. That's a gustar as well. So, okay, so so we did viajo. I don't know. Llegar. To arrive. Okay, so llegas. So you arrive. Llegas en la en la biblioteca, at the library, en la tarde. So llegas biblioteca. Llegas en la biblioteca. Llegas. Arrives in the library. Llegas. Okay, so llegas en la biblioteca de la tarde. So I arrive at the library in the afternoon. So that's kind of AR verbs. No deseo, you could say no deseo. And then for question formation, you could add verdad at the end as well as no. And then when you say answer like a question, you go no, deseo, no, I don't. Okay, so you just go no and no, and then you go. So I don't. No, I don't like music class. No deseo la música clase. So I don't like music class. So that was question formation. You got a verdad at the end or no. And then you answer no. And then a me is emphasis. Like, oh, a me is emphasis. Okay, so AR verbs. Yeah, there's a lot of them, but they're regular. The present tense of the verb ser and estar used correctly. Muy importante. Ser is going to tell you. Ser is going to tell you. Time. It's going to be present time. Location, la fiesta and la cafeteria. It's going to say material origin. Material origin. It's material origin. So present, not location, but present location is la fiesta and la cafeteria. Material origin and possession. So Professor corbata del Professor de Tolo es de seda. Professor de Tolo's tie is made of silk. And rosa silk, pink silk tie. So it's rosa. And let's see. Okay, so that was material possession is then equals. So Washington D.C. is the capital of the USA. So that'd be Washington D.C. es capital EEA or AAUU. So USA, AAUU. So material was the tie. De donde eres tú? Soy de Clifton. So that's material, possession. Possession. Material possession. Material possession. Material possession. And then time es la una. Time is always in ser. Always in ser. Descriptive. So la manzana es roja. The apple is red. La casa del Professor de Tolo es de ladrillo. Professor de Tolo's house is made of brick. Was in a class A explicar or example. Explicar is AR for to explain. So yo explico. What was the first one? I said possession. Verb ser. Description, characteristic, essential. Okay, so that's ser. A star used correctly. That's going to describe location. That's going to describe location. That's going to describe location, health and well-being, and condition. So this is a really good example I learned from the tutoring center. La manzana es verde. The apple is green. And then listen to this. La manzana es verde. The apple is green. What's the difference? So plátano verde. The banana is unripe. Verde. So that's a condition. So that's a star. So that would be manzana está verde. So that would be the apple is green as a condition that it's unripe or ripe. So está. So that would be, the correct form would be está. Now, if I said the apple is green because it's literally the color green, la manzana es verde. So that's a really good example of both. How about this? Abraham Lincoln is sickly. Abraham Lincoln está enfermo. So that's a condition for estar. Whereas if you're sick today, would be John es enfermo. So he, él, so es enfermo. So John es enfermo. So that's a star. And then you could use it for location. So that would be location would be, okay, so that would be a star, interrogative pronouns, como, oh yeah, como, oh yeah, donde would be con, son, with, lejos, de. Okay, so star, I might have to come back to this one if I get this wrong, because I might have screwed this one up somehow. But yeah, that's a star and SAR. So health and well-being and condition. Okay, so telling time is pretty straightforward. Es mediodía, es medianoche. So it's midday, it's midnight. Es la una de uno, it's 1:01, or en la mañana, so, or en la tarde. So es la una y uno en la, or de la tarde. So sorry, day is specific. En la, and por la mañana is just not specific to time, so it's day. So that's telling time is ser. So how about, so do 1:01 or 1 o'clock again. Es la una de la tarde. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Son las siete. Son las siete. Let's do 7:30. Son las 7:30 in the afternoon. Son los siete y media. Or you could say 30 de la tarde. So that's 7:30. How about 7:40? Son las 8 menos 20 de la tarde or de la mañana. So if we did it afternoon, it would be son las 8 menos 20 de la tarde. So 20 minutes to 8, or you could just say son las, so it's las, not los. So son las siete y so 40 would be 40 de la tarde. So yeah, so you could do that's time. How about 15? So you could do 15 or corto for 15. So 7:15, or and yeah, so 7:15 technically is noche. 7:15 in the mornings, mañana. 4 o'clock would be tarde. So if it was actually, so if it was 4:40, it would be son las 5 son las 5 menos 20 de la tarde. So it's 4:40 in the afternoon. So yeah, so that's noche is night, tarde is afternoon. So afters, 5:59 is noche. Madrugada, I think, is late night. Was the tutoring center was like really late at night. Was that one? So telling time. Oh, so 7:15. You could do son las. So 7:15 in the morning would be son las 7:15 or y cuarto de la mañana, and that's telling time. Interrogative pronouns, asking questions. So you have donde, where, donde, where to in motion, de donde, from where, like the donde eres, from where are you. Como is how, por qué is why, por qué in one word is because, without the accent. Por qué is okay. Then we have cuáles, whose, or no, how, which one, cuál is which, which one, or Yeah, cuál is which, cuáles is which one. Then you have other interrogative pronouns are cuando would be when, cuánto would be how much, cuántos or cuántas, and same with cuándos, cuándo, but cuánto, cuánta, or cuántos, cuántas is how many, and then K is always followed by a noun, so it's always K if there's a noun that follows it. So K is what or which compared to cuál. ¿Cuáles preferirías? ¿Cuáles preferirías? So which ones do you prefer? ¿Cuáles preferirías? Which ones do you prefer? Versus ¿qué libro? ¿Qué libro? ¿Qué libro? What book? Or more quiénes, who, or quién is who, quiénes is whose. So quién, la chica, who's that girl, quiénes is more than two. So quién would be quién, cuaderno. So whose book is this? Quién cuaderno, or whose notebook is this? Or quiénes is quiénes is used for more than two, so you have to be three or four. Whereas quién is used for one or two, so quiénes cuaderno. So if you had to pick just one book out of say two, that'd be quién. I think I covered all of them. Interrogative pronouns, and then you could just use them pretty easy. Como. So como means how. I can just keep thinking como está usted is formally, but no, we'll do como how como la clase, how is the class. Donde where, donde la cafeteria, where's the cafeteria, donde la escuela. Oh, donde la cafeteria? Hey, would you like to walk to the library? It's donde, or compared to donde la cafeteria. So donde la cafeteria, donde is you want to walk to the cafeteria, whereas donde is kind of where. And then de donde la España, or de donde en la España, from where in Spain. ¿Qué libros? Whose books? Or what books? Or no, not whose. What books? ¿Por qué would be why. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué la tarea? So why? ¿Por qué? Oh, ¿por qué estudio? Or no, ¿por qué estudia? ¿Por qué estudias la música? So it'd be, so when you ask a question with the interrogatives, the question starts and then drops down. So it's ¿por qué la teoría, la música? So why are you studying music? And then you could say, oh, I have it, la prueba en la mañana is tomorrow in the morning. Or actually, la prueba en la mañana is tomorrow. ¿Cuáles preferirías? I don't know, let's see. ¿Quién, donde, qué, por qué, with verb. Yeah, so when you ask those questions, your voice, and then it is ¿cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama? So it fluxes in the beginning. And they go with verbs as well. So deseo. So um, donde, cuáles, cuántos, cuántos, oh, okay, so cuántos dibujar, to draw. So how many, or cuántos, cuántos, so you the cuántos is to count how many. So cuántos, I don't know, cuántos palabra, la palabra, no, cuántos la palabra en Don Quixote. How many words are in las palabras de Don Quixote? How many words are in Don Quixote? How many words? So, and then cuándo's when. Cuando estudia? When do you study? Cuando estudia? When do you study? Cuánto? How much? Cuando escucha cuando escucha la música, how much music do you listen to? So cuando, how much music do you listen to? So that's interrogative pronouns. They go with verbs. And then gustar is pretty straightforward. And I think I did miss one thing, which was to put al lado and lejos de is far from, but I'll get to that right at the end to go back to it. So the verb gustar is me, le, te, no, it's me, te, le, nos, os, les. So nosotros form would be me gustamos, or no, not gustamos. Okay, so it would be estudiamos, mi gusta, estudiamos en la biblioteca. We like to study in the library. Es nosotros. Okay, so with gustar, you have mi gustan or mi gusta. Gustan is plural with los or las. Gustar is singular. Now you have to watch out because, for example, it goes mi gusta. Okay, so mi gustan los or las. Okay, so mi gustan las arte class. Okay, so mi gusta la arte, or no, el arte. Okay, so me gusta el arte y la música, clases, plural. So that would be me gustan. But if you said, so because of classes. So if you said me gustan el arte classes, would be gustan because it's plural classes. But if you said me gustan, okay, so if you said me gusta, me gusta. Okay, so gusta. So gustan is classes. If you said art class, would be me gusta. El arte clase. Me gustan las arte clases. That would be art classes. Art, yeah. Oh no, la arte classes or las arte classes. Oh. Might be la arte classes, el arte classes. So okay, so me gusta. Alright, how about la música? Okay, so me gusta la música classes is, so me gustan la música classes. Me gusta la música clase. So singular versus plural. And you could say no me gusta is I don't like. no, no me gusta deseo autobus. Or no, like, sorry, don't wish for the, or viajar. So no me gusta, viajo. No me gusta viajo. I don't like to travel. No me gusta bailar. It's the bailar. I don't like to dance. So that would be gustar. It'd be plural or not plural. And then just to go back to finish up here. Sorry if this video is long, but I don't know if I was supposed to do another thing, which was kind of have a conversation. Telling time, regular AR verbs. Okay, so like for example, to use a star, use a star with location. So a la derecha is right, a la izquierda is to my left, al lado is next to, lejos de is far from, and that would be a star. So the verb a star. Okay, so Mexico está lejos de Canada. So Mexico is far from Canada. That's the verb to be a star. So that's an example. There's a whole bunch of them. Aquí is here. LA is over there. Or no, yeah. Aquí, A is motion. We could do, the bajos is under. So like if I had my paper underneath my notebook, as the verb to be a star would be el papel está debajo de cuaderno. So my paper is under the notebook as the verb to be a star. There's more you could do. Debajo is under, detrás is behind, detrás de. Close is cerca. On top of, encima de. So if my paper was on top of my notebook. All right. Would be. Okay, so el papel está encima de el cuaderno. So it's on top of. My paper is on top of the notebook. You could do behind, detrás de, abajo is under, in front of, delante de. So if I was standing in front of the school, so that'd be a star because of location, describing a location. So it'd be or maybe I shouldn't do that one. Or we'll just say something's in front of the school. We'll do the el edificio de biología delante. Está delante de la escuela. So the biology building is in front of the school. I guess maybe that was a bad example. Okay, so lejos de, you could do encima de, Al lado, izquierda, ala, o sobre is between, con, with, sin, without, está. So el café sin, without. Okay, so, or maybe I should do. All right, let's just do la mesa, or la café sin, la café sin el leche. The coffee. Okay, so el café está sin de la leche. So the coffee is without milk, is sin. So that's using a star to describe things as like where things could be, and like using those type of words is how a star is. And interrogative pronouns como. Yeah, so, and then, okay, so donde, como. Okay, so then the topics to be chosen by the students. So la escuela, if I did about school, you meet somebody. Hola, me llamo Kevin. ¿Qué pasa? What's going on? Muy bien. Regular. Muy bien. Do you have tango? Okay, so are you taking art class today? Toma el arte clase. Toma el arte clase. Mañana, la mañana this morning. Are you taking art class? En la mañana in this morning. No. El arte class. No clase arte. No art class. So could be no. Tomo de biología clase es a las 9 de la mañana. So I'm taking no, I'm not taking art class. I'm taking biology class in the morning. And then you could just say, ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? And then some vocabulary for school: la mesa, la escuela, el escritorio, el papel, la palabra, el cuaderno, let's see, la mesa, table. I get good or bad grades was sacar buenos males notes. You have la química is chemistry class. You have la biología, las materias, the subjects. Escuela. I guess that's finito. Okay. Nos vemos.